Mila, it's your mother. I need you to send me some money right away. How soon can you get to the bank? What? What's going on, Mom? What do you need money for? I don't have time to play 20 questions with you. I need you to wire $10,000 into my bank account before this evening. I'm sick. That's all the explanation you need. You have that kind of cash on hand, don't you? No, Mom, I do not have $10,000 on hand, not even close. I'm actually stretched pretty thin right now, and what's this about you being sick? Are you all right? What happened? Stretched thin? Oh, give me a break. You're not stretched at all. Can't you be a decent daughter for once in your life and help out your parents when they need you? You've never given us any money before. Hold it right there. Excuse me? What happened to all the money I've given you up until now? Nonsense. We've never gotten anything from you. Your brother Heath, however, sends us money every single month. If he can afford to send us money every month, then I know that you've been holding back on us. Now stop this nonsensical charade and send us the money now. I already told you I can't put together that much in a single afternoon. And besides, I've been sending you money every month. What is the matter with you? Why would you tell me such a ridiculous lie? All I need to know you've never sent anything is to look at my bank account. Go to the bank and send me the money immediately. We need to go to the doctor. Between your health insurance and the money I've sent you up until now, I don't see why you would need that much money all of a sudden. I'm sorry, Mom, but I can't send you any more than I already have. How many times are you going to tell that same lie? Are you talking about the $20 from the other day? $20? What $20? Your brother handed us an envelope when he came by to see us the other day. He said it was from you and there was a $20 bill inside. That's so bizarre. Heath gave you $20 and said it was from me? This doesn't make any sense. It doesn't have to make sense. Just send the money. Your father needs an operation and it's going to cost $30,000. If you keep us waiting any longer, though, he might not need it after all, because he'll be dead. Wait, that's not what you said earlier. You said you were sick and that you needed $10,000. Are you saying that you recovered, but Dad came down with an even more serious condition in the last minute? Stop nitpicking every statement and do as you're told, you insolent little girl. You should really take a page out of your younger brother's book. Heath is a respectable young man who knows how to show he loves and respects his parents. He's sending us $2,000. Did you know that? But apparently we're only worth a measly $20 to you. It's so insulting. I had half a mind to burn that $20 bill on the spot. What the? I am the one who's been sending you $2,000 a month. That wasn't Heath. You're still sticking to that story? All right, let's see if you're being honest with me. Don't send your payment next month. Heath always sends us money on the first day of the month. If the first day of next month goes by and the money hasn't been transferred into our account, then we'll know you're telling the truth. But I know the money will be deposited into my account on time because you are lying and Heath is sending us that money. What happened to you, Mom? You never used to be this angry and distrusting of me. And you never used to tell me such deplorable lies. To think the girl I worked so hard to raise grew up to be such a selfish, dishonest person. Quick question. Mom tells me that you've been sending her money every month. $2,000, in fact. Do you know something about that?
Nope. Can't say that I do. It's really weird that she would think that.
Look, let's just cut right to the chase, Heath. I know that it was you. I was sending that money to Mom and Dad each month because I heard that they were late on their mortgage payments. I didn't want them to lose the house that we were born in, so I figured I'd help them out. I don't think I need to tell you that $2,000 a month is not a small amount of money.
I don't know why you're talking to me about all of this. I told you, I don't know why Mom and Dad think I'm the one sending them that money.
Would you stop lying already? Your lies might be able to fool everyone else in your life, but you should know they're not going to work on me. Which means you also knew that I'd find out about this newest lie eventually.
Oh, come on, Mila. Can you really blame me? I was hard up for cash. The only way for me to get by these days is to borrow money from Mom and Dad.
What? What did you just say? You're borrowing money from our parents?
I sure am, but trust me, I'll pay it all back.
Yeah, sure you will.
A while back, I could sense their willingness to extend my line of credit was waning, so I had to find some way to grease the wheels a bit. I told her I would give them some of the money back the next month. And just when I was thinking of an excuse to not pay her, she messages me and thanks me for the $2,000 I sent her. I knew it was you and that they'd never believe you if you said anything, so I took credit for it.
I don't believe you. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised at this point, but really? Taking credit for the money I send them to get them to lend you more money?
I know, aren't I a genius? So yeah, if you're thinking about how to convince her that it's your money, don't waste your time. She's bought my story, hook, line, and sinker.
What makes you so sure about that?
Because I'm now 25 years into the most elaborate long con in the history of mankind. I've been doing the good little boy act for my entire life. Meanwhile, you were the typical rebellious teenager, always talking back to mom and dad, complaining about their rules, blah, blah, blah. You should have played your hand better. Being a girl, you always had a better chance at getting spoiled by them. But you just couldn't keep your mouth shut, and now it's coming back to bite you in the end. You're such an idiot.
I'd rather be an idiot than pure evil like you. What you're doing is practically theft, fraud at the very least. Don't you feel bad about what you're doing?
And why should I? If you're still sending the money, that must mean you're making enough to live without the extra $2,000. So what's the problem? Besides, you're my older sister. Don't you feel like doing something to help out your little brother?
My God, Heath, when did you become such a sociopathic jerk?
Call me what you want, Mila. I can take it. You should be thanking me, though. I'm giving you a free lesson in how to take advantage of the suckers in your life.
I don't need lessons in lying, Heath. I can get by just fine without being a filthy, rotten liar.
Apparently you do, because look at the scoreboard, Mila. It says me 1, you nothing. I win, you lose. Ultimately, that's all that matters in life.
What a miserable, childish way to look at the world.
It was miserable. I'm loving how much money Mom and Dad had given me.
So, Mom, did you see the screenshots I sent you of my conversation with Heath? I know it must hurt to see that you've been deceived, but that's who he really is. The $2,000 a month that you've been getting was from me. Heath just took credit for it so you would give him money. It does hurt indeed, Mila. To think my own child would lie to me. How could you? Wait, what? You faked an entire conversation with Heath in order to take credit for the money he's sending us? You think I generated a fake text conversation with him in the last 15 minutes? You can fake anything with a computer these days. Why would you go so far to hurt your brother? Didn't you pick on him enough when you were children? I never picked on him. He just ran crying to you and said I was picking on him whenever he did something to me. Let's say for a moment that I believed you and that Heath really is lying to me. You know what that makes you? A sad, sorry little tattletale. You've got to be kidding me. That's beside the point. I know that you're lying and Heath is telling the truth. What makes you think that, Mom? Honestly. He comes to visit us all the time, sometimes even a few times a week. Meanwhile, you never visit us. It's obvious that he loves us far more than you. What's obvious is that he's only visiting you because he wants your money. Don't you see that? Nonsense, he's never asked us for a single cent. He just wants someone to talk to. You have no idea the hardships that boy is going through. His apartment's been broken into 10 times this last year, and you wouldn't believe how many of his friends have needed emergency medical treatments lately. So you just give him money when he tells you these sob stories? He's paying us back, isn't he? That's why he's giving us $2,000 a month. I'm the one who's sending that money. Are we really going to go through this again? I told you, if you want to prove it's you, then don't send next month's installment. Okay, have it your way. But don't even think about complaining to me the next time you need money. I won't complain to you because my boy Heath is going to send his payments on time like he does every month. What did I do to deserve having such a horrible child as you? Unreal. What's unreal is that you're still lying to me even after all your lies have been exposed. When I prove that you're lying about the $2,000 next month, I don't ever want to hear from you again. Mila, it's the strangest thing. The first of the month has come and gone, but we still haven't gotten the money in our account. I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's actually slightly possible that you were telling the truth. Slightly? Possible? This confirms it! I told you time and time again that I was the one who was sending you $2,000 a month. Heath was just taking credit for what I was doing. And why did he do that? Because he wanted you to keep giving him more and more money. It's time to face facts. But it doesn't make any sense. Why would Heath do such a thing like that? I have an incredibly hard time believing it. As difficult as it may be to accept, it's the truth. You told me not to send the next payment because that would prove whether or not I was telling the truth. And what happened? The money didn't come. This is proof positive that Heath was lying. Well, in any case, we need you to start the payments back up again, right away. We were counting on that money to arrive on time. I'm never sending you another dime. What? But why not? You've been fine with doing it up until now, haven't you? Tell me, Mom, have there been any events in the last month or so that might have had an impact on my willingness to support you financially? Anything ring a bell? Seriously, what did you think was going to happen? It's not a simple thing to live with $2,000 less per month in income. That was a real sacrifice that I made to keep the family home in your hands. But not only didn't you believe me when I told you it was me, you insulted me. I don't feel any compulsion to help someone who would treat me like that. You can't just turn me down like this. Don't you care what happens to your own parents? We don't have any money. We're broke. What do most adults do when they need money? They get a job. You're not so old that you can't work part-time or something, so take care of yourselves. How dare you? That does it. I don't know how you pulled it off, but you must have found some way to keep Heath's money from getting into our account. Are you kidding me? Now you're just straight up delusional. I'm more clear-eyed than I've ever been about you. You expect your parents to fend for themselves, you filthy, vile, ungrateful child. I want nothing to do with you ever again. From this day forward, I only have one child. Heath is all we need. He is going to suck you dry, you know. I can't believe this. Your sister, or should I say former sister, is an absolute monster.
I totally get what you mean, Mom. She's the worst child a parent could ask for.
And she's hideously ugly. I wish I'd never given birth to her.
Whoa there, Mom. Don't you think that's going a little too far?
What? How so?
What Mila did is absolutely unforgivable, I know. But you know, she must have had some reason for doing it. I have no idea what that reason may be, but if she was willing to stoop so low, it must have been serious. It's uncalled for to wish she had never been born.
I'm so sorry, Heath. You're absolutely right. You're such a good boy, so kind and forgiving. I'm proud to call you my son.
And I'm proud to call you my mom.
If I may be so bold, though, can I ask you about this month's money?
What about it?
I was just wondering why you didn't send the money on the first like you always do. I know that Mila was lying and that you were the one supporting us, but it's almost eerie how it happened just as she said it would.
Oh, yeah, that. Gosh, I'm really sorry, Mom. I messed up big time. It's a long story. How about I come over to explain? I'll pick you up a nice present on my way over.
A gift? Oh, Heath, you're such a good boy. We don't need any gift from you. Just having you over is all the gift we could ask for.
No, I insist. Parents as good as you deserve nothing but the best.
What did you do with Heath? Oh no, what is it now? Don't play dumb with me. We haven't heard anything from Heath in days. Ever since he came over to the house last week, it's been complete radio silence. He told us he was going to send this month's money soon, but he never made the payment and never contacted us after that. Did you kidnap him? Tell me you're not being serious. What would I have to gain from kidnapping him? Did you think I was going to demand a ransom payment from parents who are so poor they can't make ends meet without taking money from me? If he's not with you, then where is he? He promised he would send us more money. There's no way he would say that and simply disappear. This was the inevitable outcome, and you would have seen it coming if you had simply believed me for once instead of him. By the way, did you give him money the last time you saw him? Well, yes. He came to visit us and even brought a gift. How can we send him home empty-handed after that? You gave him money? What money? You have no money. That's why you were demanding money from me. Yes, and thanks to your stinginess, we're now heavily in debt. No way. You actually took out a loan in order to give Heath money? Why would you do that? What exactly do you get in return for all this hermetic generosity? We don't want or need anything in return. He's our son. Family doesn't expect favors, not that you would understand. You're the one who lied about sending us money in order to earn our favor. And what was the gift that he brought? It was a box of fancy chocolates. He said he picked it up from a new specialty store that popped up in the mall. It was made in Switzerland, and the store is their only importer in the country. Isn't he a wonderful boy? That must have cost him an arm and a leg. Let me see these fancy chocolates. You want a picture? Fine. Hold on. Mom, you can buy those chocolates at any supermarket in a 50-mile radius. Oh, for goodness sake, Mila. Now you're lying about chocolates to try and hurt your brother? Just how much do you hate Heath anyway? He said they were fancy Swiss chocolate, right? And that they're only imported by that one shop? What if I were to prove that they're actually cheap and available anywhere? Would you believe me then? They are fancy and they are hard to get. Heath wouldn't lie about that. But if somehow you could prove it to me, then sure, I would believe you. All right, here goes. The name on the box is Faxendale Chocolates, right? Search for that name on the internet. What a waste of time this is. All right, give me a moment. What is this? I take it you found the chocolate company's website? If you go to the products list, you'll see that very box of chocolates he gave you retails for $9.99. Now do you believe me? No! This is a fake website that you made in order to back up your lies. Heath would never lie to me. My God in heaven, Mom. Okay, I think there's only one way to do this so that you'll believe me. There are, I believe, 10 supermarkets within a 10-minute drive of your house, right? Pick one, go to it, and ask an employee for those chocolates. If they don't have it, then I'll send you $2,000. But if they do have it, then you will, once and for all, admit that Heath was lying to you this whole time. I live an hour away from you, and I couldn't possibly do anything between now and the time you get to a store to try and trick you. Well, Mom, what do you say? All right, you've got a deal. I'll be back shortly. Mila, the supermarket I went to had the box of chocolates Heath gave me, and they were $9.99 like you said. You were right. God, that is satisfying to hear. But as skilled of a liar as Heath is, he must have known this was his weakest lie yet. He must have been desperate. I bet his plan was to just fool you long enough for him to get out of town. By the time you realized he lied about the chocolates, he would be long gone. Now the important part. How much money did you give him? $30,000? What? $30,000? You took out a loan for $30,000 and gave all the money to Heath? But he said he was going to pay it all back. I haven't been able to contact him yet, but he must be busy with work or something. I'm sure he'll call me soon enough to clear things up. Don't you get it, Mom? Heath has been telling you nothing but lies for as long as he's been able to speak. He finally realized he had taken everything he could possibly take from you and is now gone. He is never going to contact you, and he is never going to come back. Please, Mila, you've got to help us. You were right about Heath. He had the two of us completely brainwashed. We're so sorry for the things we've done and said to you. Won't you please forgive us? And once I forgive you, you're going to ask me for money, aren't you? If you don't give us the $2,000 for this month, then we won't be able to live. Please send us money. I'm cutting you off, Mom. I'm not happy about my childhood home being sold, but it is what it is. After this conversation is over, I am blocking your number. I never want to speak to you again. Wait, Mila, you don't understand. Our lives are in grave danger. What do you mean? Being $30,000 in debt isn't going to kill you. It'll suck, but you can work it off in a few years. We're not $30,000 in debt. We're $200,000 in debt. Oh my God! Okay, Heath is evil for what he's done to you, but $200,000? That is your fault for being a couple of idiots. And it's not my problem, so I'm blocking you now. Wait, I'm not finished. We're getting harassed night and day by people coming to collect on our loan. Yeah, that's what a collections agency does. These people aren't from a collection agency. They're much, much more dangerous. Go on. A while ago, Heath needed a rather large amount of money from us, but we had so many outstanding loans that no normal banks would lend to us. He told us he knew a company that could help people like us. He told us that we could trust them, but now they're threatening to harm us unless we start making payments. We had to put up the house as collateral on the loan, so they're threatening to take that too. I underestimated Heath. I just thought he was a good liar and an amoral sociopath. But now I see that he's just plain evil, the scum of the earth. But be that as it may, I'm still not interested in helping you. You're the ones who chose to walk down this path, and now you can live with the consequences. Mila, no, please. We're your parents, Mila, your family. You can't abandon us. It's precisely because you're my family that I'm so furious at you right now. Ugh. Why did I have to be born the daughter of the two dumbest people in the world?
Sake, Mila, why did you do this to me? You actually reported me to the cops?
I had no other choice when I found out just how dirty the company you work for is. It's an obvious criminal enterprise that takes advantage of stupid and trusting people. Everyone at that company, including you, needs to face consequences.
I have no idea what you're talking about. What makes you think I work for any sort of allegedly criminal enterprise?
How do you think? Mom told me the whole story. You had managed to con our parents out of all their savings, but that wasn't enough for you. So you coerced them into taking out a bunch of loans. Then, when they exhausted all their legal options, you referred them to your little outfit. There aren't enough words in the English language to describe how sadistically evil you are, Heath. You actually put your parents' lives in jeopardy just so you could get a little more money out of them.
That idiot! What was she thinking telling you about the loans? I told her not to tell anyone. God damn it. Oh well, let the police investigate all they want. I'm not concerned.
Oh yeah, and why would that be?
Because I'm not connected to whatever that company's doing. All I knew is that our parents needed a loan and that company gives out loans. Is it a crime to tell somebody about a business I happen to know about? I'm just as shocked as you are to find out they're corrupt.
Uh-huh. That's odd, though. If you're not connected with them, then how do you explain this?
Mila, how did you get that?
The list of people who you personally referred to your operation for loans. It took some work, but I was able to compile a pretty exhaustive list. You had threatened most of them into silence with some sort of blackmail, but I was able to convince every single person on this list to go to the police.
That's
Very bad news for you, I know. You're not going to be able to sweet-talk your way out of this one.
How did you find all of them? That's not just a general list of people who took loans, it's a specific list of people I scouted. I made sure to cover my tracks. I have incriminating information on each and every one of those people. They knew what would happen if they told anyone about me or the company.
To be honest, you're right. Your cover-up was incredibly thorough. But here's the thing, Mom and Dad didn't actually tell me where they got the loan from. I waited until one of the debt collectors came by to threaten them, then followed him back to his office. The building he went to was a nice and new-looking building in a pretty run-down area, so I knew something had to be up. I looked up the website for the company, but it was really, weird. Like it didn't even have a specific description of what the company does. So I looked up who the owner of the domain was.
Wait! Oh God! Oh my God, no!
That's right, Heath. The email to which the site was registered. It was the email address that you have used since you were in elementary school. The one that you used to send me all those threatening and insulting emails from. Did you forget about that? Because I sure didn't.
How? How could I have made such a stupid mistake? I didn't think that email account was traceable to me. I completely forgot that I was writing you emails while pretending to be that guy you had a crush on.
You're done for, Heath.
Why, though? Why would you go so far just to get back at me? You had to know you were taking a huge risk when you followed that guy back to the office.
And even if I got caught, I wouldn't have any regrets. I had to make you pay, no matter the cost. You did nothing but lie your entire life. Those lies hurt me and countless others around you, even our parents. I will never forgive you for that.
You little stuck-up, self-righteous, sanctimonious... You think you're better than me, huh? Do you want me to congratulate you on getting by in life while working hard as a good little corporate drone? Well, screw you! What's so bad about tricking a bunch of dumb people out of money anyway? If they'd been smart like me, they wouldn't have been fooled in the first place. Survival of the fittest, Mila. Only the strongest and smartest survive.
You registered your criminal organization's front company website using an email account you've had since you were a kid. I don't think you're in any position to consider yourself one of the smartest people out there. Police investigation into Heath's criminal organization went smoothly, and there were dozens of arrests made, including Heath. He was charged with a list of crimes that was longer than a shopping list for a mother of 5. The charges included wire fraud, theft, racketeering, blackmail, extortion, and much, much more. He was found guilty at trial and given a lengthy prison sentence. Everyone that knew Heath personally was under the impression that he was a kind young man. Once the news got out about his trial, there were a lot of people left scratching their heads, wondering why such a good kid would do something so bad. I have to hand it to him, he's a phenomenal liar. But the mask is off now. When he gets out of prison in a dozen years or so, he's going to have a difficult time finding anyone from his past to help him out. As for my parents, the loan they got from Heath's group was illegal, so they had no duty to repay it. However, they still had to pay back all their legitimate loans, which totaled around $100,000. They lost their house and are currently still homeless. Meanwhile, I moved to a new town and started a new life. I think the most important thing I took away from this ordeal was the importance of living honestly. If I don't do anything underhanded or dishonest, I won't need to worry about covering my tracks. And I won't have to worry about an email account named Big Farts 1 landing me in federal prison.
I just want to make one thing perfectly clear. My brother and the rest of my family might think you're Little Miss Perfect, but I know better. You tricked my brother into proposing to you. There's no other way he'd even think about marrying someone like you. So I will never accept you as a family member, and I will do everything in my power to stop this wedding from happening. Allison, I really wish you would give me a chance. We just met. And that was more than enough for me to see you for what you really are. I understand that you have a very strong attachment to your brother. That's a good thing. I totally love that you guys have such a good relationship. Your brother has decided that he wants to marry me. And Allison, if you really love your brother and want him to be happy, then you would accept your brother's choice. Don't talk to me like you know Rich. You've only known him for a year. I've known him my entire life. And that's why I can say for sure that he would never marry you. You must be lying to him about something, and I'm gonna figure out what it is. However, I could be convinced to overlook your deception. If you're willing to put in the work, I'll even allow you to marry Rich. What do you say, Leah? Interested? I don't think you're in any position to allow me to marry him. But if there's something I can do that would get you to accept our relationship, I'm willing to give it a try. What is it, Allison? You must agree to do whatever I say, whenever I say. I'm your boss, you're my slave. I own you. What? You want to marry Rich, right? Well, that's how this works. That is most assuredly not how it works. It is for this family. I'm his little sister, so what I say goes. Now, your first task. Go to the mall and buy me a Chanel handbag. Those things cost upwards of $5,000. That's way too expensive. Plus, we have our wedding coming up, so we're pretty cash-strapped at the moment. I don't remember asking about your financial situation. That's your problem. You want me to let you marry Rich without incident? Then pay up? You said you would do anything I asked, didn't you? No, I didn't. I told you I'd be willing to make an effort to improve our relationship. That doesn't include buying you a $5,000 handbag. Unbelievable. You aren't even willing to put in the bare minimum effort in order to marry Rich. I guess we learned how much you really care about him, huh? You don't even love him enough to shell out a lousy $5,000. Well, that settles it. Break up with Rich right now. Do it by text if you have to. Why should I? We can do it the hard way if you want. And what's that? I'll go to my dad. And what is he gonna do about it? Once he learns that you're cheating on Rich, I think his feelings about your relationship will change. I'm not cheating on Rich. But my dad doesn't know that. If I tell him, he will definitely believe me. You have got to be kidding me. Are you actually threatening to lie to your parents to get them to object to our marriage? There's no way they'd believe such a salacious accusation from you. You think they trust you over their own daughter? That's a laugh. Just give it up already, Leah. You have to know that you would never have fit in this family anyway. You'll save yourself a ton of shame and humiliation in the long term if you break up with him now. What do you mean I won't fit in? Is this about your parents' careers? I know your dad runs one of the biggest companies in the area, and your mom is a pretty famous artist in the region. I knew what I was getting into when I accepted Rich's proposal, so you're not gonna scare me out of this. If you really knew, you would have disappeared a long time ago. I know that you never went to college. Not in the US, no. Exactly. You're just a gold digger after Rich's inheritance. You want money? Do it the way you've always earned it. Go put on a tight dress and stand on a street corner. Allison, how dare you? I have never had anyone speak to me that way before. That's it. I'm ending this conversation right now. I don't care if you are my fiance's sister. I will not stand for that kind of talk. Do you get it now, Leah? Huh? Do you? You should have listened to me before. I tried to warn you about what was going to happen. You just slapped me in the face 5 times because I wouldn't buy you a Chanel handbag? What is the matter with you, Allison? That's what you get for not respecting your fiance's family. All of this could have been avoided if you had simply obeyed my very simple instructions. And now you're texting me as though you're proud of yourself for what you did. In case you didn't notice, every single person in the room was appalled at you. The whole room went silent. They just wanted to be able to hear every word of what I was saying to you. I was dropping truth bombs left and right. You were dropping defamation bombs? You started rattling off all sorts of false accusations of me being a prostitute, cheating on Rich, stripping? You basically accused me of everything but murder. You don't have any idea how many crimes you've committed just now, do you? Crimes? What crime? The crimes everyone saw you committing? We have dozens of witnesses, Allison. everyone had their eyes on me. Since you know, I was the bride making my entrance into the chapel. And just so you're aware, I will 100% be filing a police report about this. What? You're gonna go and tattle on me to the cops? Oh, grow up. Don't be such a baby. Nothing I did was a crime, much less anything worth calling the police over. So there's the answer to my question. You don't understand the amount of legal trouble you're in. You ruined this wedding. You hit me so many times that the entire left side of my face is red and swollen. There's not enough makeup in the world to cover this up. Couple that with how disturbed the guests were when you accused me of cheating on Rich, and we had no choice but to send everyone home. The wedding is canceled. Congratulations. Yes. Serves you right. Let's get one thing straight, though. I didn't ruin your wedding. You did it to yourself. Go ahead and laugh while you can, Allison. I'm not the only person who's angry with you right now. Honestly, I'm not even the angriest person in the room. Your dad, however, is another story entirely. And he's looking for you. I know you hightailed it out of the chapel after you slapped me, but where are you now? Actually, it doesn't matter. Just get back here immediately. My dad's mad at me? That's weird. He's never been mad at me before. Why would he be mad now? All I did was protect my big brother from a life of suffering and misery. You're such an idiot. Hey, I am not. Your dad was the one who told me to call the cops on you. What? So, you know what? You actually don't need to come back here. The police will go out looking for you shortly, and they will find you sooner or later. Wait a second. He sent me a ton of messages in the last few minutes. Oh no. This is bad. Really bad. He's telling me to apologize? That can't be. He's never made me apologize for anything. He always takes my side. You did this, didn't you? Did what exactly? The same thing you did to Rich. You tricked him into getting mad at me. No, I didn't, you moron. He's doing what any normal, moral person would do in this situation. You assaulted me in front of all his business associates, friends, and family. Shut up. I need to think. Okay, I can fix this. First things first. You are not allowed to call the police. Just like you wouldn't allow me to marry Rich? Yeah, exactly. Slapping you like that must have gotten something out of my system. I feel way better now. So, I'll be the bigger person here and allow you to marry Rich after all. Oh, aren't you gracious? I know, right? Okay, so since we're gonna be a family now, that means you can't call the cops on me. Says who? Says me, your little sister. You wouldn't call the police on your own little sister, would you? How, Allison? How can you still not understand how screwed you are? You have no allies anymore. No one is on your side. Not even your precious brother, who says he never wants to speak to you again, by the way. Liar. Liar, liar, liar. You're lying. I know you are. My brother loves me more than anyone else in this entire world. Even more than you. There is nothing that could ever break our sibling bond. Ask him about it yourself if you're so confident. Think about it though. You assaulted your brother's wife at his wedding, ultimately leading to it getting canceled. How did you expect that to go for you? Did you think he wouldn't care? Not really, no. Yeah, I should have expected you'd say that. God, you're stupid. Well, he cares. And he's very, very angry at you. Come on. Why is everyone blaming me for this? It's all your fault. Whatever. Screw all of you. Hitting you in front of everyone like that felt great. And nothing is gonna change once you get married. If you ever disobey my orders again, there's plenty more where that came from. I am Rich's only little sister, and little sisters always rank higher than wives. He'll get over this eventually. He wants me to tell you that he's never going to get over it. Also that he's disowning you as his sister. No, he didn't. He says, quote, "No sister of mine would ever hurt the woman I love like you did." By the way, you should see his face right now. I have never seen him like this before. His face is even redder than mine was where you slapped me. And his eyes, yikes. They look like they could shoot out fire any second now. That's not true. You're making it all up. You're so done for, Allison. Seriously, stop it. You're starting to scare me. But I still know you're lying. My brother will love me forever, no matter what I do to you. He would never say something like that to me. So stop telling me such dumb, scary lies. For the love of God, Allison, would you grow the hell up? Whatever. It's no skin off my nose. Go ahead and think I'm lying if you want. Reality always reasserts itself in the end. In your case, I imagine it will start reasserting itself very, very soon. I'm done talking to you. Who do you think you are, really? I don't have to listen to you. You're not even part of the family. You're not one of us, and you never will be. I'm glad your stupid wedding got canceled. Now, break up with Rich and give him back to me. Never speak to him again. I won't be taking any orders from you, Allison. You might be deluded enough to think that you've won today, but let me assure you, you have not. You will regret this.
Good morning, Leah. How are you feeling today?
A little sore, but better.
I'm glad you're doing better. Anyway, I am so sorry about what happened yesterday. I want you to know we took care of Allison. She's been kicked out of the house, but that's only the beginning of the punishment she has in store for her.
You don't have to apologize to me, Rich. It's not your fault. I'll bet it wasn't very easy for you guys to deal with your own flesh and blood like that. So, what all happened after you went home? Did you get a chance to talk things over with her?
Talk? Yeah, a lot of things happened yesterday, but there wasn't much talking going on.
Uh-oh. Well, let's hear it.
I have never seen my parents so mad in my entire life. They started laying into her as soon as they walked in the house. Allison got scared, ran off to her room, and locked the door behind her. Then she just started shouting nonsense in between my dad pounding on the door. Like, it's not my fault. She stole my brother from me. She's the one you should be mad at.
Jeez, talk about playing the victim.
After that went on for a while, my parents had enough. My dad kicked the door open and physically dragged Allison out into the living room.
Wow, your dad's a big guy. I'd be terrified to be on the receiving end of that.
Then he started giving her the lecture of a lifetime. Actually, it might have literally been the first lecture of her lifetime. They spoiled her so badly. Whenever we got into trouble, my parents would always get mad at me instead of her, even when it was something she did. They'd tell me I should have stopped her.
That must have been hard.
Well, I certainly wasn't a fan of the disparate treatment, but she was my little sister. I thought that I had a duty to stick up for her and protect her, even if that means protecting her from my parents. Honestly, ever since the wedding yesterday, I've been thinking I'm sort of responsible for making her this way.
Oh, Rich, you don't need to feel responsible at all. Your parents should have been more fair in their discipline. That's not your fault. It's admirable that you wanted to protect your sister. What Allison did, however, was twist your brotherly love for her into thinking that she could get away with anything. At any rate, she's an adult now and should know better. But in my entire conversation yesterday, she never once took responsibility for anything that she did. I can't imagine it was any different at your house, was it?
No, she was mostly just blaming us for not seeing what a monster you supposedly were.
How pathetic. So, your parents really never disciplined her? What about you, though?
Oh, they were super strict with me about everything. One time I bumped into a person at the supermarket and they made me run after them to apologize. Every time I stepped one toe out of line, they were right there to push me back in line.
Well, that explains a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah, because of your parents' strict treatment of you, you learned the difference between right and wrong. You became a responsible, upstanding, hardworking man. Meanwhile, Allison learned all the wrong lessons. She saw the way they got after you all the time but never her, and thought that meant she could do no wrong.
Well, I guess that does make a lot of sense when I think about it.
Like I said, it's a parenting problem, yeah, but it's still primarily her responsibility. She could have easily seen you as an example of how to behave, but instead she focused on never getting personally punished. She had the chance to learn, but didn't take it, and that's on her. And the result is that your parents now have to make up for all the scolding they never did before.
And boy, is my dad making up for it. Dad's gone out of his way to let her off easy until now, but not this time. I can tell that Mom's not too thrilled about having to punish her so harshly, but she's not stopping Dad. That must mean she agrees with him. So, long story short, everyone is on our side.
That's good to know. You said kicking her out was just the start. What else does your dad have in store for her?
Well, the next step is professional punishment. I told you that Dad gave her a job at his company, right?
Yeah, but she was mostly blowing it off.
Yeah, you can say that again. She's caused him nothing but trouble. He had to pay another person a full-time salary to clean up her messes. But that's all over too. She's getting fired.
Yikes. Well, I guess the only thing we can do is hope that she learns her lesson from this and turns her life around. You went to college in Japan? I said I never went to college in the US. I didn't say anything about any other country. Why weren't you more specific? Why are you contacting me? I thought we were very clear. We don't want anything to do with you anymore. You didn't block me, though. Doesn't that mean I still have a chance to make amends? No, it means I forgot to block you. A mistake I will now be rectifying. Wait, I'm sorry. I was wrong. I messed up big time. But please reconsider what you're doing. Ah, so that's what this is about. You're talking about your study abroad thing, right? Yeah. Okay, well, you're not going to get anywhere talking to me. My parents were at the wedding too. They saw what you did. And after that, I don't think there's anything you could do to get them to change their minds. They're not going to give you any support anymore, financial or otherwise. But if they withdraw their support, I won't be able to go anymore. I didn't know that the only reason I got accepted was because they pulled some strings for me. Look, I know your parents won't pay for it anymore, but can you? Are you serious? I'll pay you back. Studying abroad looks really good on a resume. I'll study overseas for a while, then come back and absolutely rock the business world. I'll be the biggest thing since Stan Jobs. You mean Steve? Whatever his name was. I'll pay you back with interest once I make something of myself. It'll be the best investment you've ever made. And we're family now, aren't we? Won't you do just this one small act of kindness for your little sister? We are absolutely not family, and we never will be. You ruined our wedding and humiliated me in public. I will never forgive you for that. And for the record, just having experience in a foreign exchange program doesn't mean anything. Sure, if you have some other tangible skills, it might be a bit of a bonus. But you don't have any skills, much less tangible ones. What's tangible mean? My point exactly. You will never make anything of yourself, so I'll never make my money back. I'm not interested in an investment with a minus 100% rate of return. Come on, why not? What am I supposed to do now? I was really looking forward to that foreign exchange program. And now it's gone. Everything is gone. I got kicked out of my house. My brother and parents hate me. Who's gonna help me now? No one will save you, so go and take care of yourself. You were spoiled rotten by your parents, but it's time for you to experience life in the real world. But that's exactly my problem. My dad and mom took care of everything for me. I don't know how to do laundry, cook, pay taxes. I don't even know how to use a credit card. You should have thought about that before slapping me at my wedding. If I had known that you and your family were the ones who got me into that program, I never would have. How did you not know, though? We told you before. You did? When? We've talked about it a bunch of times before. Really? Then why don't I remember it at all? Probably because you were staring at your phone the whole time. Oh. We've come by quite a few times to talk about stuff related to your visa and other stuff, but you always just nodded along and said, okay, cool. Your parents had to take care of everything for you, just like everything else in your life. Well, why didn't you make sure I heard you? Have you ever taken responsibility for anything before, Allison? Anything at all? This is ridiculous, really. You have absolutely no responsibility, humility, or gratitude. That's not my fault. My parents spoiled me. Speaking of your parents, there's something else you might not have known. My parents are wealthy investors. What? Really? I thought you were just some random nobody. Again, my parents came to your house regularly to discuss business matters. Look up from your phone once in a while, you may learn something. Anyway, they also have a rather large stake in your father's company. Is that why my dad got so mad at me? That's a big reason, yeah. If my parents got upset enough, they could simply dump their entire stake in his company. And if that happened, his company's stock value would be cut in half overnight. It would be harder for them to raise funds. They would lose standing in the industry. It would be a total disaster. Wow, I had no idea. This has been a very educational few days for you, hasn't it? You learned all sorts of things. You learned I went to college in Japan, my parents got you into your foreign exchange program and paid for it, and they also invest in your dad's business. Now, would you like to know the one thing that ties all those loose ends together? The story of how Rich and I met. Would you like to hear it, Allison? No, no way. Yuck. I don't know how you met, and I don't want to know. Too bad. Here goes. So, it just so happened that your brother took a vacation to Japan while I was studying there. One day, though, someone stole his bag with all his IDs and cards in it. I was walking out of a cafe, and I saw him looking around all confused, and thought I'd ask him what was up. I ended up helping him talk to the police and file a police report, along with helping him get replacements. We talked about the reason he came to Japan, and he said it was a sort of scouting trip for your dad, who was thinking about trying to break into the Japanese market. That's when I realized who he was, and how he and your family were connected to my parents. We got to talking about business, and then we got to talking about our personal lives, and your brother fell madly in love with me. He called off most of the rest of his trip to spend time with me, and eventually we started officially dating. We kept our long-distance relationship while I finished my studies, and then as soon as I graduated, I moved right back here to be with him. Oh my god, who cares? Why are you even telling me this? To rub it in? No, not really. Well, actually, yeah, that's the only reason. Your precious brother is head over heels for me and hates your guts. How's that feel, Allison? This is not the time to be mocking me like this. My life is in ruins thanks to you. I lost my family, my home, my job. Yeah, and you're about to lose a whole lot more. What more could I possibly lose? Aren't you forgetting something? You still owe us for the cost of canceling our wedding, and I'm suing you for defamation. Wait, what for? For lying to the whole wedding about me being a prostitute and cheating on Rich. Oh, that? But wait, you're trying to get money from me, right? Yeah, that typically is the goal of a lawsuit. But how am I supposed to pay you any money if I don't have a job? That's your problem, not mine. But I do suggest you figure out some means of paying us off very quickly. I wouldn't want to have to resort to more drastic measures. Drastic measures? Like what? I have connections like you wouldn't believe, Allison. Connections you wouldn't want to believe. I have ways of making you pay. I'm scared. You should be. Once Allison learned how serious I was, her tune changed immediately. She went right away to her parents' house and practically got on her hands and knees begging them to forgive her. She said she would do anything they wanted if they would just pay off her legal debts for her. And you know what? They agreed. So, with her debts all paid, the next question was, what was the anything her parents would demand of her? The answer? 20 years of hard labor. They sent her to a factory for a subsidiary of her dad's company. It's way out in the sticks. There's not even a gas station for 50 miles in any direction. They have an employee dorm there where she'll be closely monitored 24/7. She's not allowed to leave there until she pays her parents back for every penny. So I think we won't be seeing her for a while. Hopefully, amid the back-breaking labor, she'll have some time to do some much-needed introspection.
Uh-oh, I completely overslept again today, and now I'm definitely going to be late for work. What a disaster. But Sienna, you'll totally forgive me, right? I mean, you're always so understanding when it comes to me. You're totally head over heels in love with me after all. I'm sure you have no choice but to forgive me.
Huh? What exactly are you talking about, Jared? I'm really not following your train of thought here. Do you mean you'll be late to today's company event? If that's the case, I honestly think it would be better if you contacted your boss directly about this. There's nothing I can do to help you, even if you tell me. It's really not my responsibility, you know.
Why are you being so cold to me, Sienna? You're usually so warm and friendly, but today you seem distant. Are you curious about why I'm late today? Could it be that you're a little jealous of something, maybe?
Excuse me, Jared, but I really don't understand what you're saying right now. Can you be more clear?
Yep, you got me. I was out drinking pretty late last night again, so I ended up oversleeping. It's kind of a bad habit. Sorry I'm late, especially since today was supposed to be our date. I really didn't mean to mess this up.
Date? Are you absolutely sure you're not mistaking me for someone else? I don't recall making any plans for a date with you or with anyone else for that matter. And to be honest, I really can't imagine ever going on a date with you. It's just not happening.
Oh, come on, don't start acting all harsh with me now. I know how caring you really are on the inside. You're just trying to play hard to get, aren't you? I can see through your little act. Are you still upset about what happened yesterday? You know, it wasn't that big of a deal, so don't worry. I was just out drinking alone last night. I wasn't with any other girls. Nothing to get worked up over.
Honestly, I'm not interested in hearing about your personal life, especially when it's about your drinking habits, Jared.
You're still playing hard to get with me, aren't you, Sienna? You just can't help but play around with me. But you know, you should try being honest with me once in a while. If you keep this attitude up, it won't be so cute anymore. Girls really need to have a certain charm about them, you know? It's an important quality.
Whether or not you think I'm cute really doesn't make any difference to me. Your opinion doesn't matter. Excuse me, but I'll be leaving now. There's really nothing more for us to discuss at this point.
Are you really sure you want to act like this, Sienna? I mean, you're getting married soon, but you don't have the right attitude. You need to be more sweet with me.
What? What does getting married have to do with whether or not I'm considered charming to you? I really don't see the connection.
If you're not charming with me, then I might start to lose interest. You wouldn't want that to happen, would you? And the two of us know we don't want that. If I ever lose interest in you, Sienna, it's all over for you. You'd be in serious trouble without me. If you don't want me to leave you for good, then you need to start showing me a little more affection.
I'm honestly feeling pretty scared right now because I have no idea what you're talking about. Anyway, I'll make sure to inform your boss that you're going to be late for the important company event scheduled for today. But honestly, it's a bit odd for me to be the one reporting it when you're the one that's going to be arriving late. I really think you should contact him yourself directly, Jared. It's more appropriate and shows professionalism on your part.
No, Sienna, our relationship is already acknowledged by the entire department, so it's only natural that you do this for me. I really want you to be the one to tell them. It's what couples do for each other, is it not?
I don't quite understand what you mean by acknowledged, but it's still your duty as a professional to keep them informed. Please make sure to let them know the exact time you'll be arriving late so they can adjust accordingly.
Sienna, you're so strict. But honestly, that's what I like most about you. It's really charming in its own way.
Anyway, you really should take care of these things yourself from now on. It's better for everyone involved. If you have time to send me text messages, then you definitely have time to contact your boss instead, don't you think?
I know you don't mean that. You secretly enjoy receiving messages from me, don't you? Well, no worries. I'll handle it this time, so just leave it to me.
Thank you for understanding. I'll be going now, so goodbye.
Sienna, did Jared show up late to work again today? It seems like he's always running behind schedule lately, doesn't it? Plus, he sent you another one of those weird messages, right? Are you okay?
Not really. It's so stressful dealing with this all the time, but I'm hoping he'll finally calm down once I get married to you. If this strange behavior continues, I'm afraid I might actually reach my breaking point. I don't know how much more I can take. Even the boss is aware of the situation, but he still hasn't taken any action to address Jared's behavior, unfortunately.
I spoke with the boss as well, and he definitely seems worried about how things are progressing with Jared's conduct. Not to mention he's constantly late and his reputation is suffering because of it, but they can't take any action without solid proof. So if there's absolutely anything I can do to assist or support you, I'll do everything within my power to help out. I really want to create a work environment for you where you don't have to deal with any unnecessary stress or worry.
Yeah, I really appreciate that, Anthony. Thank you for being so supportive during all of this. It means a lot to me. I truly hope everything turns out well after the wedding, because that's when we need Jared to seriously start backing off. I'd even say that I'm putting all my bets on our ceremony being the turning point for everything.
Yeah, let's see how everything plays out this weekend. We'll make our decisions about the future and our next steps based on how Jared acts towards our marriage. It'll be a crucial moment for us.
It would really be best if everything goes smoothly without any hiccups on the big day. Sorry for making you worry again. I'll give you a call later so we can talk more about everything.
Sienna! Hey, are you there? Guess what I'm doing right now? You won't believe what I've gotten myself into tonight.
Huh? How would I know what you're up to?
I'm out drinking with some friends, but don't worry, I'll be totally fine tomorrow no matter how much I drink tonight.
Oh, I see. Well, that's certainly something. I'm not sure how to respond to that, but okay. Wait, what exactly do you mean when you say you'll be fine tomorrow?
You might be worried that I'm out here cheating on you with someone else, but trust me, you don't need to worry. As long as you continue to stay attractive and keep my attention, I'll be just fine and won't stray. If you really want me to stay loyal to you, you're gonna have to put in some effort, you know. Just making sure.
I honestly don't understand what you're trying to say here. None of this is making any sense to me. Enjoy your night out, Jared. I really don't have anything more to say to you, so goodbye for now.
Why are you being so cold to me again, Sienna? You always act so distant whenever I try to talk to you. You can always join me if you feel like it. We could have some fun together. Do you want to come out?
No, I won't be joining you. Tomorrow's a really important day for me, and I need to be fully prepared.
It's an important day for me, too. That's exactly why I'm out here celebrating and enjoying myself tonight. Being late is just a natural part of who I am. You should learn to accept me for who I truly am, okay?
If you're at a party, then you really don't need to be texting me. Focus on enjoying your time there. In fact, I'd prefer it if you didn't text me at all while you're out. It's unnecessary and distracting.
What? Oh, did you start to get sulky again? You're acting really distant, Sienna.
Whatever you do in your private time is really none of my business, and I honestly don't care at all. It has absolutely nothing to do with me. Goodbye for the last time, and enjoy your night out. Please don't involve me anymore.
Man, last night's party was an absolute blast. I just woke up and I'm still feeling the effects of all the fun. I totally forgot about today's important event, but it's not a big deal, right? Everything should be fine. You'll forgive me for this, right, Sienna? Just like you always do whenever I mess up or show up late. I know I'm 5 hours late, but it's no biggie.
Excuse me? What exactly are you talking about, Jared?
I'm on my way to the venue right now, so just wait for me a little longer. I'll be there soon.
Wait, for what exactly, Jared? You're not making any sense right now.
What's wrong with you, Sienna? Are you upset with me or something? You seem to be in a really bad mood. I knew it. You've been acting pretty grumpy with me lately. I noticed you've been less cheerful. But don't blame this on me. What could I have done differently? The party last night was just way too much fun for me to leave early. I drank so much at the party yesterday that I completely forgot today was our wedding day. Can you believe it? I'm heading out to the venue right now, so could you ask the guests to wait until I get there? I would hate to miss everything.
The wedding has already ended, Jared.
What? Are you serious?
I didn't know you even planned on attending our wedding. You never gave any indication that you would. But our wedding went smoothly without any issues, so there's no need for you to worry about anything now. Thanks for the update about your party last night, but honestly, we didn't need to hear about it at all. Goodbye, Jared. This conversation is over, and there's nothing left for us to discuss. Take care.
Wait, hold on a second. What exactly are you saying right now? I can't believe what I'm hearing. What do you mean by saying the wedding is over? How could it be over when I wasn't even there? Are you seriously telling me that our wedding ended without the groom being present? Hey, you got me good, Sienna. Now quit joking around. I know you're just messing with me again. You're so silly, aren't you?
Excuse me? This is no joke, Jared. I'm being completely serious. My wedding with Anthony went off without any issues. Everything was perfect.
Anthony? What? This makes absolutely no sense to me right now.
I confirmed everything with Anthony, and he told me that you weren't even invited to the wedding in the first place. So even though you decided to contact me, it doesn't really matter. You were never a part of our wedding plans in the first place. Thank you for letting me know about your party, but honestly, it's irrelevant. Goodbye, Jared.
Wait a second. Can you please explain what you're talking about? This is nonsense. Why is Anthony involved in all of this? What does he have to do with our wedding or anything else? Nothing, right, Sienna?
Our wedding? I'm really not sure what you're talking about right now, Jared. You've really caught me off guard here. I'm already married to Anthony. There's no wedding involving you and me because that never existed.
What? Married? What are you even talking about, Sienna? This doesn't make any sense to me. Today was supposed to be our wedding day. How could something like this happen without me knowing?
That misunderstanding of yours is seriously alarming, Jared. You need to realize how far off you are from reality. We're not even dating, so why on earth would we be getting married? That idea is completely baseless. Today was my wedding with Anthony, and it's already taken place. There's nothing more to say. It's already over. What exactly are you trying to get at with all of this?
What? What on earth is going on here? Anthony, as in my colleague Anthony from work? Are you seriously telling me you married him instead of me? Sienna, please tell me this is some kind of a misunderstanding. You're not seriously suggesting that you've been seeing both of us at the same time, are you? You're a serial cheater. This is insane. How could you possibly show up to work after doing something so deceitful? I'm absolutely disgusted by this. Do you honestly believe that you can betray me this badly and just walk away without facing any consequences whatsoever?
Hey, you need to watch your mouth right now. You really don't want to cross this line, Jared.
What? Why are you suddenly talking to me like this, Sienna? This isn't how you normally speak to me.
You need to stop with these ridiculous delusions of yours, you psychopath. You're completely out of touch with reality.
Sienna? This isn't the Sienna I know. What's happening?
This isn't Sienna. I'm Anthony. Sienna showed me all the messages from you. I'm texting you from her phone now. You've been sending her these annoying, intrusive messages nonstop, and it's really crossed the line. Don't you feel ashamed of yourself, not just as a professional, but as a human being? This behavior is unacceptable. All of these messages you've sent will be submitted to the company as evidence against you. There's no escaping this.
What? Evidence? What on earth are you talking about? What kind of evidence are you referring to? There's nothing I've done that would warrant such accusations, right?
Evidence that you've been persistently stalking Sienna, harassing her with your messages, and causing her so much distress.
Stalking her? There's no way I'd ever do something like that.
If this behavior isn't considered stalking, then what would you call it? What you've been doing is clearly inappropriate. You and Sienna weren't dating, and you weren't even hanging out together as friends. Despite that, you completely misunderstood the situation and sent her these creepy, unsettling messages thinking she was interested. During all this, Sienna was trying to be considerate and respectful because you're her senior colleague and she didn't want to cause trouble. That's why she hasn't made these disturbing messages public until now, even though she had every right to do so. Because of that, neither I nor the boss could take any action against you before, as there wasn't enough evidence. But now we have concrete proof of harassment, and there's no denying the inappropriate behavior you've displayed.
Harassment? You're just completely misunderstanding the situation. There's no way I would ever do something like that intentionally. You've got it all wrong. Sienna and I are deeply in love. Our relationship is real, and she feels the same way about me. We were even supposed to get married today. This was supposed to be our special day.
You and Sienna were never on the same page. You were never actually planning a wedding together. Why did you ever think you could get married to Sienna? Where did that idea even come from in your mind? You two never discussed anything like that. There was never any agreement between you two about getting married.
But I was supposed to be with Sienna. I thought we were meant to be together, and now I'm devastated.
Sienna has told you the truth many times, hasn't she? She's made it clear that there was never anything between you two. I still can't understand how this massive misunderstanding even started. Why did you convince yourself that you were dating Sienna when there was no real basis for that belief?
Well, at work, every day she smiled and greeted me warmly, so of course I'd think we were dating. How could I not?
Huh? Are you being serious with me right now, Jared?
Yes, I'm very serious. Sienna didn't smile at anyone else. But she would always greet me with a big, warm smile every single morning. Of course I'd think she had feelings for me. How could I not believe that she was interested in me romantically? It happened every single day. That's practically the same as dating, isn't it? Besides, I texted her almost every day without fail, so it's obvious that we were in a relationship.
Are you out of your mind? This is seriously alarming, Jared. It's concerning how far off your perception is from reality. I'm done dealing with this nonsense. Don't ever contact us again, Jared. We didn't even invite you to the wedding, so you had absolutely no reason to show up. You should have at least stopped being late all the time, but that's just one of the many issues here. At this point, I really have nothing more to say to you, Jared. There's no point in continuing this conversation. I'll just tell you this. Don't you dare get involved with Sienna anymore. Stay away from her and leave her alone. You should seriously consider discussing your future with your boss, given everything that's happened recently.
Why on earth would I need to talk to my boss? What exactly am I supposed to discuss with him?
You need to talk about all the stalking you've been doing. It's become a serious issue that needs addressing. You should be held accountable for your actions because you've caused more than enough trouble for everyone involved.
I haven't been stalking anyone. That's completely ridiculous. It's just a misunderstanding. You're blowing this way out of proportion, and I'm being unfairly judged for it. I was just confused, that's all. There was never any bad intention behind my actions. So let's just handle this quietly and not make a big deal out of it. There's no need for things to escalate further, Anthony. I mean, you were being cheated on too, so it's all fair in the end, right? We're both victims here, aren't we?
You really don't understand anything, do you, Jared? You're completely missing the point of what's been going on. Sienna hasn't cheated on anyone. She's been completely faithful because you were never involved with her at all. I mean, there was never anything between you two from the start. There's no point in continuing this conversation any further. It's time for you to move on and let this go.
It doesn't make any sense to report this situation to the boss. It's a deeply personal matter that shouldn't involve work. If you keep pushing this, I'll sue you for invasion of privacy. I'm being kind enough to give you a warning.
Is that so? Then we'll sue you for stalking and harassment. I've already told Sienna that we should consider going to the police to report your behavior as quickly as possible.
The police? This is getting way out of hand. We don't need to involve them. I'm trying to settle this quietly, and you don't seem to understand that I'm doing you a favor. I'm nice enough to let Sienna go without pressing any charges. You should be grateful.
I'm telling you, don't ever contact Sienna again. This is your final warning. Any further escalation will have serious consequences. We're already married, so you need to move on and accept that there's nothing between you and Sienna. From now on, if you have anything else to say, talk to our boss or the police about it instead of us.
Wait, Anthony, this is completely crazy. How did things escalate to this point? Why am I suddenly being treated like the bad guy here? I didn't do anything wrong. This is so unfair. I was just being led on by Sienna. She made me believe there was something between us when there wasn't.
You're just talking nonsense at this point, Jared. There's no truth to what you're saying. This conversation is over. Everyone at the company already knows about your behavior. They've all been secretly annoyed and creeped out by you for a long time. You just didn't realize how they felt about you. Bye now, and don't ever try to contact us again.
Sienna, are Are you really going to abandon me just like that? After everything we've been through, you're leaving me behind? It's because I was always late, isn't it? That's why you're walking away from me now without giving me another chance. I know that being late to the wedding was really bad, and I deeply regret it. I messed up terribly. But I truly wanted to be with you forever. I love you, Sienna.
That's really creepy, Jared. You're crossing boundaries, and it's making me extremely uncomfortable with everything you're saying.
What? Am I speaking to Anthony again? I want to speak with Sienna.
No, it's me. This conversation isn't coming from Anthony this time. I can't believe the situation is happening. It's so disturbing that I don't even know how to process it. I've kept quiet all this time because we work in the same department and I didn't want to cause any trouble for us. But you really need to stop these delusions, Jared. You've been imagining things that simply aren't real between us. You're such a creep. I say hello to everyone at work. It's normal behavior. You're reading too much into simple, everyday interactions. It's a workplace, after all. Being polite and greeting colleagues is just a part of professional behavior, nothing more. If something as simple as saying hello to you makes you think we're dating, what am I supposed to do? It's really not my fault if you're this delusional.
But wasn't I special to you, Sienna? I thought there was something unique about our connection, something real.
Special? Why on earth would you think that? There was never anything special or romantic between us at all. Everyone in the office already knew I was dating Anthony. It was common knowledge, except apparently to you. You're the only one who didn't know, even when everyone else was fully aware of our relationship. But you've been acting like my boyfriend all this time, and honestly, it was creepy and made me feel so uneasy.
Disturbing? What do you mean by that, Sienna? I don't understand how you could feel this way about me.
The boss already warned you about your behavior, Jared. You were told to stop, but you didn't take it seriously. If you keep contacting me personally outside of work-related matters, it's going to escalate into something more serious. I'll really have no choice but to report this to the authorities if you continue this behavior. I'm completely serious about this, Jared. I don't mind taking this as far as necessary to protect myself and ensure this doesn't happen again.
All right, so it was all just a misunderstanding then. I guess I completely misread the situation between us. I thought I was being toyed with and led on by you, but I was completely wrong about that too. But why am I the only one getting fired from the company? It feels like I'm being unfairly singled out here.
You got fired? That's really unfortunate, but you have to understand there were other factors at play here. It's not just because of this one incident, is it? There were multiple issues that contributed to this decision. You were always late to important events, constantly causing problems for the company with your lack of punctuality. You caused trouble for the company in other ways, and there were so many incidents of misconduct that can't be ignored. It wasn't just about your interactions with me. You had many other issues that led to this outcome, Jared. That's probably why you were asked to resign. The company couldn't overlook all the problems you've caused.
This is so unfair! You all get to be happy and continue with your lives while I'm stuck with such an unfair punishment.
Say what you want, Jared. Honestly, I don't care at all anymore. This is the result of your own choices. Reflect on your actions, learn from them, and try to live a better life moving forward. That's all you can do now. Goodbye, Jared. I hope you find some success and peace at your next job. Good luck and take care of yourself.
Please, don't involve the police in this. I'm begging you, this has gone too far and I don't want legal trouble.
You've crossed a line you really shouldn't have, Jared. There are consequences for your actions and you need to face them. If you don't understand the gravity of what you've done, the police will make it very clear to you when they get involved.
I'm really sorry. I didn't mean for things to escalate like this. I just wanted to scare you a little, that's all.
You tried to push me down the stairs, Jared. That's not something you can just apologize for and walk away from. I only ended up with a sprain because I managed to catch myself in time, but if I hadn't been able to react in time, it could have resulted in a very serious injury or something much worse.
It's just, I saw you at the company during the resignation process, and in my anger, I thought I could get back at you for everything you've done. Just a little bit of revenge. But I never imagined it would turn into something this big. I didn't expect the consequences to be so severe.
I was going to overlook the stalking and let it go, but after what you did, I can't ignore it anymore. Someone like you needs to learn a hard lesson about boundaries and consequences, Jared. You can't keep doing this. I've made up my mind, and I have decided to file a police report against you for everything you've done. Do you know what Anthony did when he heard what happened?
What about Anthony? What'd he do?
He contacted your parents and told them what you've been involved with.
What? Why would he contact my parents? They don't need to know about this.
He remembered that you were so scared of your parents when you first started at the company together. So he decided to get in touch with them directly, figuring they should know what you've been up to recently. They're on their way to see you right now.
No, please don't tell my parents. I can handle dealing with the police, but never my parents. They're far worse. This is really bad. You have no idea what you're doing.
You should realize just how serious your actions were, Jared. What you did isn't something that can be overlooked. We've already seen enough of your true character to understand exactly who you are, and it's not a good look. I never would have dated you, not in a million years. But seeing all this, I'm so glad I didn't get involved with you at all. It would have been a huge mistake that I'd regret forever. If you want to live a decent life from now on, you need to seriously reflect on your behavior and actions. You should start considering other people's feelings before you act, and maybe then you'll avoid causing so much harm. Just stay away from us forever. We don't want anything to do with you ever again. This is the end.
I heard something from the boss in secret. He thought I should know about it. Apparently, Jared was taken back to his parents' house where they decided to take control of him. He's been made to work hard on their farm from dawn to midnight as a form of discipline.
Is that so? His parents always seemed strict, so I'm not surprised they're making him face the consequences of his actions. They even paid the compensation and damages on his behalf, even though they weren't legally obligated to do so at all.
That's only natural considering how much pain and torment he caused you, Sienna. You deserve that. They knew they had to make amends for you. You know, I should have realized how serious the situation was much sooner and reported it before things escalated. I'm really sorry about that. I'll make sure to take quicker action if something like this ever happens again.
It's okay, Anthony. You handled things so well on our wedding day. That's why I didn't have to face nearly as much stress or anxiety. You stepped in and took control of the situation. Besides, I'm not really stressed about it anymore. It's all over now, and I'm ready to move on from everything.
Sienna, that's not really the point I want to make right now. There's something more important I need to express. As your husband, I want to be your support in everything you do, and I want to be there for you always. Please talk to me about anything, anytime. No matter what it is, I'm here to listen and help you through it. I just wanted to make it clear that I'll always be here for you no matter what happens. You can count on me to stand by your side, okay?
Anthony, thank you. It gives me so much comfort and strength to know you're always there. Let's keep working hard together to be the best couple we can. We never had any further dealings with Jared after everything that happened. Our lives completely moved on without him. I heard rumors that he lost a significant amount of weight from all the hard work, and the change was so drastic that he's unrecognizable now. If he can rebuild his life with the support of his parents, then perhaps there's hope for him to start over. Maybe that's for the best, considering everything that happened. A fresh start might be exactly what he needs to move forward. Meanwhile, Anthony got transferred overseas for work, so we moved out from the country. I think we'll probably never see him again, and honestly, that might be the best outcome for everyone involved. It was a pretty troubling ordeal that we went through, but it's behind us now. Thanks to everything that happened, my bond with Anthony has grown even stronger, so maybe I should be grateful for Jared in a way. From now on, I want to overcome any challenges that come our way, together as a happy and united couple.